economy. So that every American, everywhere has the chance to get ahead. Not just the person who owns the factory, but the men and women who work on the factory floor. Not just the CEO, but the secretary and the janitor. Because if we learn anything from this economic crisis, it's that we're all connected. We're all in this together. We all rise and fall as one nation, as one people. By Congress. That was the necessary first step to help ease this credit crisis. We're going to have to make sure the banks are giving loans to small businesses and large businesses, that they're keeping their doors open, that payrolls are getting made. But if we really want to rebuild this economy from the bottom up, well, we need an immediate rescue plan for the middle class. That's what I want to do this morning. Get all of you some help. Let me tell you what I'm talking about very specifically. I propose a new American Jobs Tax Credit. Each new employee that a company hires here in the United States of America, they get a tax credit.
Excellent!
Right here today. We'll help small businesses get back on their feet by eliminating capital gains tax and giving them emergency loans to keep the doors open and hire workers. And we're going to create a jobs and growth fund to help states and local governments save 1 million jobs and pay for health care and education without having to raise their property taxes. We also have to quickly help people stay in their homes, something that everybody here in Nevada knows about. Nevada has the highest foreclosure rate in the country, 5 times the national average. So we've got to help responsible homeowners refinance their mortgages on affordable terms. And we're going to put in place a 3-month moratorium on foreclosures to give folks the breathing room they need to get back on their feet. Was their greed and irresponsibility to guide us in this mess in the first place. We've been planning on Wall Street, we should be restoring opportunity on Main Street. These are the steps that we have to take right now to get our economy back on track. But we also need a new set of priorities to grow our economy and create jobs over the long term. And it starts with tax relief. There's been a lot of talk about taxes in this campaign, and the truth is, my opponent and I are both proposing tax cuts. The difference is who we want to give them to. McCain wants to give a $700,000 tax cut to the average Fortune 500 CEO. I want to put a middle-class tax cut in the pockets of 95% of workers and their families. You know this, but under my plan, tax rates will actually be less than they were under Ronald Reagan. And 95% of working families will get a tax cut. Nobody denies that. They have not disputed this. They can't, because that's our plan. Now, it is true that I want to roll back the Bush tax cuts on the very wealthiest Americans. John McCain calls that socialism. Think about it. What I want to do is I want people like me, who are making more than $250,000 a year, to have a little bit more of a burden. The same kind of tax rate we paid under Bill Clinton, so that we can give the waitress and the firefighter and the police officer and the people a tax cut. Just a few years ago, he himself said that those Bush tax cuts to the wealthy were irresponsible. That's what John McCain said. He said he couldn't, in good conscience, support a tax cut where the benefits went to the wealthy at the expense of middle-class Americans who need tax relief the most. Well, he was right then, and I'm right now. Let's see a show of hands. How many people make less than $250,000 a year? That seems to be the majority.
Nevada, buddy.
Less than $250,000 a year, which includes, by the way, 98% of small business owners, including plumbers. Your taxes increase one single time. Not your payroll tax, not your income taxes, not your capital gains taxes, no taxes. That's my commitment to you. For the last 8 years, we've tried it John McCain's way. We've tried it George Bush's way. We've given more and more to those with the most and hope that prosperity trickles down on everybody else. And guess what? It didn't work. So it's time to try something new. It's time to see. $15 billion a year in renewable sources of energy. Green jobs over the next decade. Jobs that pay well and can't be outsourced. Jobs building solar panels and wind turbines. And we're going to make sure that the fuel-efficient cars of tomorrow aren't built in Japan and South Korea, but they're built right here in the United States. On Middle Eastern oil and help save the planet and partner. We're going to put 2 million more Americans to work, rebuilding our crumbling roads, schools, and bridges. Because it's time to build American infrastructure for the 21st century. We're going to build a new electricity grid to get renewable power to population centers that need it. And we will make sure that we finally lay broadband lines in every rural community so that everybody has access to the internet and companies can locate anywhere in the country. And if people ask you how we're going to pay for all this, you tell them if we can spend $10 billion